Hello everyone, my name is Nathan and today it's time for another episode of Skylines. Heck yeah. You might notice the game once again looks a little bit different, and that is because I installed a mod. There was some kind of a fog laying on the city overall. There's also a fog around the city that I got rid of. And I did that using the Clouds and Fog toggler. The only thing I didn't do is toggle the industrial fog because I kind of think it makes the game look less realistic. I mean, the fog right here is exaggerated. Maybe there is a mod that allows me to just touch it slightly. I don't know. I mean, it's already better with the policy we implemented. Another thing I added are parking spots. So there are a couple of mods that I used, simply called dark and light asphalt parking. What I would like to achieve in today's episode is have less cars parked in annoying places using these parking lots, but I also want to implement some more industry in order to get rid of our lack of materials. We need to especially take care of the ore and oil industries. We have the most issues with that setup. It looks as though right here this is kind of working internally, but what we could do on the other side is maybe have the same thing in a zoned version. As for the ore industry, I noticed that a lot of the time some of these buildings have nothing to process. So what we could do is definitely add more buildings that dig up the ore. I also want to observe my money a little bit. Are we gonna dip below the 25 million mark? I hope not. I would feel poor again. Okay, now let me think. How do we want to do this? Is this going down slightly? So maybe we could set up a bridge exit here. Let me do that with an on and off ramp. So we're kind of going out here. Then let me see, can we stretch across this? No, come on. I kind of want to keep this tunnel. Can I now hook up with you? Okay, that might be a little bit of a short segment, but let's try it. What? Why are you going? That literally makes no sense to use that road. What? No. I can't believe what I'm seeing here. What if I move this a little bit further out? Let me just see that happen again. Are you gonna use the short path? No. Oh my god. Okay, then let me do it differently. In this case, I'm gonna revert back to a 6-lane road. I still have no idea why this happened, but we're somehow gonna work with it. I still would like to make this a little bit of a special area, so I'm gonna actually draw a bridge here. And then we're going out with an industrial road and we go down so we can set up a bunch of buildings. Let me see, want to go right there. And we might want to do another node here. This is actually perfect because here I will be able to set up processing buildings instead of resource gathering buildings. Maybe we should make these roads a bit bigger. I think I'm going to go with the 4-lane road, still industrial type. Upgrade that and that, you know, just to be sure. We're gonna drag this all the way up to here and there, and then we're gonna have one single connection. Let's also do that with 4 lanes. Thinking about this might not be the best setup. Let me get rid of that. You know what? This is really not the ideal distance. Let me come up with something else. Alright, there we go. I actually like this a lot better. Now, can I take this out here? Maybe move it slightly? So the way I hoped this is gonna work is I will not zone any buildings along this road here. Maybe I should have brought this a little bit over. I'm not so sure about this part because we're gonna miss out on a lot of buildings, but it could make for, you know, a nice decorative part that is not touched as much. Let's freaking do it. I'm gonna add an intersection here and then we're gonna leave the same amount of space on the other side. But for now I'm satisfied with just this bit. So my buildings will come up to here, not touching the road, and none of the main roads should be busy with the industry. They should all go to a side road first. So we're gonna have the same thing right here. Let's take care of our district. It's probably not expanding there. Yes. You all want to be the oil industry, Petrolis. Can we please see this happening? I just want to see one freaking building. Whenever I do specialized industry, it takes an enormous amount of time. Okay then, in this case, maybe let's take care of the parking. For instance, right here. Actually, this one here is okay because those are dedicated parking spots in the alley. Yeah, those do not actually bother me. Let's continue searching. There are a couple of areas. Let's maybe go to the Twin Peaks district. No, that's good. Wait, where are all the parked cars? Ah, right here, for instance. That makes no sense whatsoever. So let's check our parking. Yeah, though this one might be a little bit large. Let's add the parking spots here on either side. You can see it's actually clipping. That's something we'll have to fix using the Move It mod. So if I just bring this up a little bit, you can see we can get it out of the terrain. Of course, we can also adjust the terrain because, for instance, in this case, it doesn't make sense to raise it even more. So the other option would be to lower the terrain, so we don't have to do that. And now hopefully over time we should see less cars parking. Oh my gosh, you get a ticket for that. Yeah, I mean, it's not... Oh, I just love how reckless they are. The way you explained it to me is if I see a lot of cars parking, that means they don't have any other possibilities to park. I guess this is the only road that actually allows parking. Okay, I mean, why not make an enormous parking spot here for the Twin Peaks district? It's also hooked up to the public transport. So why not place a couple more of these and see how the game reacts? Dude, did I see... What? You know what? There you go. That's what... You know what? There you go, bastard. I should calm down. Let's see. Something happened here? No takers. I guess in this case, let's do the preparation for the ore industry as well. I'm gonna need access to at least this tile. And then I guess we can just continue this road a bit, set up a bunch of side roads. I still have the right thing connected. Gonna do some more ore collection buildings in this area. Let's actually see how large they are first. I'm just gonna go with the largest one that I have. Actually, this one is also interesting. Well, let's do it like so. We're gonna set up 2 more of these. Wait, not an industry area, of course. Yeah, we have to expand slightly. Another one of you. Then I want to have a couple of small ones here on the main road. Let's do 2. And that should hopefully help with the direct ore extraction. Now we're gonna continue this for a little bit, add another road like so, and we're gonna go out a bit more into the area where there's no ore anymore. Couple of roads like so. It's not perfect, but that is actually the terrain. It does get bumpy a little bit. I actually also want to add more bumpiness myself, thinking about it. But we can easily do that. We can also raise the terrain using the roads. I mean, I can just grab a large portion, raise everything, and then adapt the terrain to make it look more hilly. That is actually going to be a project in the near future. And we're going to start zoning this part. Do I have water? Probably not. Nope, just as I thought, no water. And we're probably also going to need some energy. Okay, let's do this. Start building! Okay, looks like we simply have no demand for the industry at the moment. We can also see that here, unemployment is just 4%. That is way too low. We need more people. Let's actually see. This is all starting to upgrade. This is also going to upgrade soon. I think we should start placing buildings on the other side as well. Most of this area is going to be used for the university, so I want to make sure I leave enough space for that. I'm going to go over here, and then obviously here is a spot where we need lots of parking. Oh yes. This is a place where it actually bothers me a bit. Okay, let's set up the residential first, so this can start developing. I probably want to continue here as well. Yeah, what is this? Skateboard park? Yeah, this is probably all dedicated to residential. We could think about setting up some offices just in this little area. Same thing right here. It's a tad close to the highway, so I want to prevent too much noise pollution disturbing them. I think I just heard something ding. Yeah, the new park is already level 3. Though I just realized I placed my recycling centers in here. Well, they probably have to move, yeah. I'm gonna move them to the left side once I develop something there. Okay, now back to my parking spaces. Let's make sure this corner has a little bit of a flat area to it. Gonna set up my parking spot right here. Then another one. Can I add it? Yeah, to this road. Looking at this, I'm not 100% convinced the mod is doing what I thought it might do. And we can actually see that over here. I mean, lots of people are actually using the parking spaces, but they are still using the spaces on these roads. So the way we're gonna solve this is we're first observing where there are a lot of parked cars. We're gonna add the parking spots, and then we're gonna disallow the parking. These should be enough parking spots in my opinion. I'm even gonna destroy this one, and then I'm gonna make some dedicated parking space looking decorations to it. But first, let's disallow the parking right here. Yes, don't do that anymore. When I installed the mod, I already did some testing here. You can see I added a couple of small parking spots. This should be enough for this road. Let's do some more parking spots a little bit further up. I cannot quite fit the large ones, but these should also do. And then once again, we're gonna restrict the parking. Nice how they all get moved to the parking spots. Let's not forget to fix it so everything is not clipping. Alright, it looks a little bit crappy because it is barren, it has no fencing, no walls, but that's gonna be part of the detail work of the womb district. We seem to be getting more people again, that is good. This is still not wanting to develop, I have to look into this. Oh, the ores seem to work at least. Yeah, Copper Company, Iron Forge. Okay, that's looking very good. All processing buildings. Man, I just love the detail in some of these. Amazing. Let me actually see. Yeah, I left some space free. This is probably space for more shopping buildings. Now, let's make just a tiny row of office buildings. So you are gonna be the divider between residential and commercial. Then we add more commercial here, there, and there. Actually, let's leave this one out. Okay, observing this for a minute or so, we are constantly growing. I also realized we are slowly making money, very slowly. But it's definitely a net positive. Great, okay, let's maybe give them more incentive to actually do something. I'm just gonna zone a bit more of that shebang. I'm also gonna zone this area. We're gonna zone some of that. I'm actually gonna change some of the road patterns, but I just first want to check what the trucks are doing wrong and then I'm gonna correct their behavior. As it is with the road layout, this could result in issues. Hang on, that reminds me, there are probably a bunch of traffic lights. Totally unnecessary. I wouldn't want to build here either. Aha! Yes. Ooh, no, sir. Let me give you something good. Oh. What? This is absolutely amazing. Let's dig it up. There we go, much better. Let's also set up a pathway. I kind of want to be able to cross over. Not me personally, but my people. Nice. Okay, so they can go directly to the parking and also go home. That means no more parking for you. Okay, that's the last time I've shown a sequence like this. Just beware that I'm gonna do this with a lot of roads that I think shouldn't be parked on. Let's see, is there a way for me to zone a bit more? I could do this part, but it's a little bit close to the airport. Oh, there's actually something that happened the previous time, and some of you actually got mad about that. You have to know, when I record a lot of these episodes, there are so many things you have to focus on, and just talking above everything makes you do things like crossing the runway with the blimps. I'm so sorry this happened, but there we go. It should now be fixed. Okay, now everything is fixed. Nothing is wrong anymore with this runway. Dude, it gets worse by the minute. Industry. What's wrong with you guys? It's one of those times I'm probably just too impatient. Traffic is still 80%, everything's fine. Okay, let me come back. Once the new residential area has developed a bit, we gained more people and therefore can finally get into the industry. And then at the end of this episode, hopefully not only have a net positive, but again a substantial income. Guys, I actually don't know what to say. The city's running incredibly smoothly. I didn't have to intervene for, I think, 34 minutes. Yeah, that's the amount of time that I waited. Now, we can see after 34 minutes, we only made 300k. So the net positive is just a net positive at this point. This area here is still not wanting to develop. This is kind of insane. I have no idea why this happens. I mean, the ore industry spawned in, no problem, right? Let's maybe add more of that. Actually, we shouldn't do that. Because if I do that, I have even less chance the other industry is going for it. What's the traffic doing, by the way? I haven't looked at that. Okay, 76%. That means somewhere we have a problem. It's always this part. This part is just somehow too low. The water is getting in there, and now the water trucks are causing the traffic jam. I mean, it's inside the tunnel. I can't even really check it out. Could I maybe bring up this node? Oh, it does actually come up. Okay, so maybe if we do that, we're not gonna have the flooding anymore. Thank you. Okay, it's clearing up. We're back to 80%. That is good enough. New area is coming along nicely. We're just waiting to educate more citizens as per usual. We are of course very well used to that. I'm gonna go ahead, add a bit more residential, and I'm just gonna do it very easily. This is an area that I want to remove parking from, but let's set up another park structure, something intriguing. What do we have? Oh man, why does the game only have 3 plazas? I wonder. With all the DLCs, why don't they include more stuff? I guess they just let the modders do their thing. But there we go. This can now all be residential as well, with a little bit of space to get creative. Gonna add a tiny bit of shopping here, and the rest can be residential as well. Look at that! 82%! I mean, at points it does look bad, guys, but the overall traffic is a very good indication that the city runs smoothly. Even if we have that stuff going on at certain points. I mean, eventually, if it bothers me, I'm gonna fix it. So only nuke me in the comments once I declare something finished. So if you dislike something about the old town, for instance, it's totally legitimate to complain about it, because I consider that finished. But yeah, let's check it out once we get to the next detailing episode. Just if you were curious about it, I will probably install another cargo station and extend the train tracks there. But what good would it do without actual buildings there? I'm gonna do a little more development across here. I think they could use a little more land value in order to upgrade. Let's also add our bouncy castle in this district. I almost forgot about that. Japanese garden, is it Japanese? Yeah, Japanese garden. Okay, I guess we are gonna settle for a plaza here, and then I'm gonna wrap everything up with a last row of buildings. Now, considering this is really close to the airport, I think I'm gonna make this office space, and then this is probably far enough away. Actually, this part right here is really close to the subway, so we might want to make this office space as well. And I can hear all of the upgrade sounds. That is a really good sign. Yeah, we're going towards the last station. That is going to increase the population by another 1 or 2k. 3% unemployment? Oh no, we are doing even worse. I'm such a bad mayor. We want unemployment, we want unemployment. Guys, I feel like I might have to give this a little more time. Maybe we dedicate our last part to a small project, something that we have to take care of. I guess what we could do before we actually forget about it is go out here and set up another small industrial area probably that is gonna be filling this gap. And I also wanted to move the recycling centers over here so we don't have the ground pollution anymore. The ground pollution is gonna stay for just a tiny bit longer, but eventually it's gonna clear itself up. Come on guys, why the heck are you not building? Are we too far out? I mean, it could be. It could be that the specialized industry doesn't work here. What's going on? We're still having issues with the flooding in this area. Why do you have to be so cruel, world? Oh, yeah, I can see the problem. We have to lift this entire thing up here just a bit. What was that? It was just the blimp that pushed down the camera. Okay, that was confusing. What other issues do we have except the flooding buildings? Okay, there is a landfill full, 2 without electricity. Okay, that's bad. That's something we have to fix. Where are you? No, you are also flooding. How? No! That's not good. That's not good at all. Landscaping. Can I? Oh gosh. I thought we were good. Where's the water even coming from? You know, actually thinking about it, we might have had this issue before. Yeah, apparently we're also pumping out more and more cleaned poop water. Here is the landfill. Yeah, we might want to take care of our problems more often. Also, it seems as though we don't have enough death care available. No, it's just the cemetery usage. Of course. I mean, oh, actually we could add a cemetery here. That would fit nicely. Let's do that right there. Come on. Okay, nice. We might want to add one more here. That's always, you know, it looks good. It's just kind of a pain in the butt because it has to be emptied. But there are also mods that automatically do it for you. And here we have our buildings without power, obviously. Well, let's hook that up and we're all good. 5 buildings on fire, good. Some noise pollution, what is that? Emptying, okay, good. Also, only 2 of all of our factories don't have any product anymore. Look at that. Also, we're making more money. There's actually another figure I wanted to show you. I knew we wouldn't get there anymore, but look at this. 150k or so was our income once, but we can now clearly see we are getting better. I just have to figure out why the specialized oil industry is not starting to grow. That is going to be interesting to find out. But other than that, I'm pretty happy. I think we stabilized our income. What I definitely have to observe is whether or not this is really working with the specialized factories. At the moment, it looks as though we did a good portion of it just by making sure we produce more ore products. Okay, I'm actually pretty happy with that. We went all over the place. I'm a little bit sorry about that, but you know, I just wanted to introduce the parking, and then I figured we can maybe solve a bunch of other problems. In the next episode, we're gonna take care of something bigger again. I want to go into a bigger project. Maybe we're gonna finish detailing a bigger district. Actually, let me know in the comment section what you would like to see me work on next. Is it a new area? Is it an existing area? But yeah, with that out of the way, thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a great time and see you soon. Bye bye.